Well, well, well. Hello there. I'm playing myself some Monster Hunter. Things have progressed quite a bit compared to the last video I've made. I've got a good amount of time in. Currently I'm working on another weapon type. I started out with the hunting horn, and I worked my way up through to the longsword. I've been really enjoying the longsword lately. I don't know how far I am in the story, but I gotta imagine I'm a fairly decent way in. There's just definitely a lot to do. Unfortunately, time is always the thing. But I have put quite a bit of time in this. This armor I am wearing now is very different from what you have seen in the beginning, the last video I did. This is Oda Gara, I believe, is the armor, and it is fantastical. So you always want to go to the canteen, grab some foods, do attack up. Try to end this as quick as we can. Ask the handler, go make me some awesome foods. But I've really have enjoyed this game. More than any game in recent memory. But what I'm working on now are dual blades. I want to get some dual blade action and see if I enjoy it. This is my longsword right now. It's a fantastic blade. Grab those, because those are always helpful. You know what, I gotta do something quick. This overlay is gonna be the death of me if I do not fix it. There we go. That should be better, I hope. On this episode, I'm trying to remember where things happen. That's the biggest problem right now, because you want to make sure you have your screen available to you. So I haven't really described any of this. This is a footprint right here. Obviously you can see footprints will pop up, or things will pop up. Your scout flies will find them. You start kind of using those. The more you gather, the more information you get on that monster and where its location may possibly be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb this tendril, because it's probably up here somewhere. Maybe. If not, whatever. We'll get a decent... There's no fall damage, so don't worry about that. I can't climb that way. Of course I can't climb that way. This forest is crazy, but fantastic all at the same time. Many different places you can be and go. I have no idea where I'm going, apparently. There's the big. I think I can crawl through here. I can. Look at that. I'm just kind of walking around because I don't know where the hell I'm going for some reason. But anyway, the whole basis and idea is you're trying to hunt down a monster, whatever monster it may be, and there's certain monsters in each locale. And it's just been a great experience. Look at these fishies. I could catch them and eat them, but I'm kind of lazy right now. I would just want to get the Tobi Kadachi and dispatch it to start working on the materials I need. And you kill the monsters, obviously, to gain more materials, which will allow you to make stronger weapons, armor, so on and so forth. And progressing the story also allows you to find a lot of those things, which is fantastic. Alright, very good. This is just going to take me out back there, which does nothing for me. Okay. At least I know where I am now. Yep. So I'll work my way through this tunnel. That's mucus. I know what that is. That's an Anjanath. Only because I've hunted here a million times, and that's the only thing that will be spewing that kind of gross crap around. It just snorts its mucus all over the place. We're going to work our way up stairs. There we go. Had to get full. Gotta have that full stamina bar. That's what you eat any rations for stamina. You want to maintain a good stamina. Bum, 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 bum. Tobi does hang out up here, so let's go see if we can find him. I should be looking at these footprints. That will make it a lot easier. Ooh, 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 okay. There it is. Speak of the devil. My sword is actually made out of Tobi. Cannot use stuff right now. So unfortunately, I don't think the thunder is going to do very much. I'm going to rely solely on the base damage. Oh Lord. Fast, fast, fast. He's fast, but there's faster things. Oh. Doesn't mean you should let your guard down, eh? Ah, I see now. Using max potions increases your health. Maybe I should have went. Ooh. Thunderblight. Gotta get rid of that. They will put status effects on you, so on and so forth. Like lightning, because that's what this guy's element is. He messes stuff up. Good lord. And when I fight, obviously, it's hard for me to talk, but I will do my damnedest. Damn. Ooh, yeah. Alright, it's not happy with me, so it's gonna leave. It's like, this guy is ridiculous. No thanks. And it runs away. So, once it runs, your scout flies. Keep up with the scent, and you chase it down. Most of the time. Sometimes you'll lose them. But this one's holding still pretty well. And my sharpness is still okay. In the top left-hand corner, underneath my health and my stamina bar, you can see there's that little sword above the other sword, the one with the green on it. That's telling me the sharpness of my weapon. And if you can, you want to try to keep that in the green, or at the highest level possible. That way you're doing the most damage and your weapon's not bouncing. Because if you have a sword with a dull blade, it's going to bounce off what you're attacking. Come on, hit him. There we go. He's pissed now. Monsters go through different phases and stages. The more damage you do, the more aggravated they become, but they also become more docile. They will get fired up. Ah, mounted it. They will get fired up and try to knock you off, kill you, whatever they can do. When you're mounting a monster, what you want to do is, you'll see how that red starts coming up in that blur. You want to hold down the right trigger, and then you just start spamming Y. Eventually, it'll get weak, kind of start falling over. There you go, and then it falls over. Oh, come on. Pull up. Nice special move. Yo! There we go, nice hit. They call it. And you can see how I bounced off it, and I just went to yellow. Yep, there it is, I'm in yellow, so I want to try to sharpen my blade as soon as I can. Obviously, that can be a problem when you're in combat. Ooh, he got me when I was going up for the soul slice there. And the nice part about blades, there's blades and then there's blunt weapons. The blades, you can cut parts off. The blunt weapons, you can actually knock parts off. So if the monster you're after has horns, you can crack the horns off. That's one of the reasons I like the hunting horn, so I try to keep that up to snuff with my blade. The blade I use to cut tails off. I'm currently trying to fight a monster called the Diablos, and it's a giant horned, like, monstrosity. It has a huge club tail and giant horns up front. And you can't swing through those horns very well with the long sword. So I've been trying to do what I can to actually fight it with the long sword. That was like, I just fought it once with the long sword, and it was kind of a mistake. I think I'm going to take the hunting horn the next time. My hunting horn is based in poison. Ooh. And this is like, see how he screeches and I hunker down in fear, or so to speak, or just probably in pain because it's so high pitched. That you need earplugs for, and you can get those kinds of things from hunting horns. Give you those effects. Or you can get it on armor. Armor is also a lovely thing. Armor will give you all sorts of different skills and whatnot. I didn't want to do. Yeah, I want to go up here because the vines are way easier to go around this part. That water slows me down too much. I was hoping to mount it, but whatever. I'll take a little extra damage. Ooh, he's getting pissed. There we go. At least charge my blade on those things. Because you have to, the last hit on your soul blade, like you hit the creatures to fill up that red meter. Once the this is specific to the long sword, by the way. Once you fill up that meter by doing normal attacks, then you do your soul attacks, and that's what increases your meter to allow you to do that that crazy soul blade slice that I just did before. There's 3 stages. You go, whoop, there we go. There's white, yellow, red. Red is your most powerful, but it takes the longest to get to it. And you can see the meter dwindles the less combat I see. So you kind of want to stay on it if you can. Oh no, come back, Tobi. I know you're hurt, but it needs to end. I need your bits to make my weapons. What? Well, that was rude, as I try to kill him. I'm trying to kill it, and I considered it rude. That it was, oh, you know what? Now is a perfect time to be a butthead. Nah, we'll be good. Let's just kill it. Ooh, that was a good move. Knocked me over when I was... Damn. I guess I'd be pretty upset, too, if somebody's trying to wake me up when I was sleeping. Got it. Ugh, you can't tell because I'm in the tree. Well, that was a fun little hunt. Alright, now the reason we're here. Carve this sucker up. Got the electrode, which I needed those. Another electrode. Apparently that's the theme of this Tobi Kadachi. And a scale. Nice. So in 30 seconds we'll head back. Oh my goodness. So this is one of the things my little Palico learned, Fiercy, or Fursai, whatever you want to say. He learned to tame Jagras to come along and fight with me, which is fantastic. You do that by running up through the woods here. Once you discover this whole ancient forest, it's like crazy. But way up in the treetops, there's a little feline group that are the wild version of Palicos, I believe. That's how the whole thing runs. But they are like kind of advanced and know how to talk to different monsters, and if you find them, they'll teach your Palico how to talk to them. And that's fantastic, because then you can fight in the ancient forest, and then you're able to get your allies, your Palicos, to find more monsters to fight with you. It's better when you're fighting solo, or with, well, it's when you're better when you're fighting solo, because when you're solo, you have 4 slots you can fill. So you can have your Palico and helpers, so to speak. When you're fighting with one other hunter, you're both allowed to have your Palicos because there's still 4 slots. But when you go 3 and up, There's no other slots available. So if you can't have your Palico with you, you can't recruit any of those things. It's kind of an interesting way of handling it. That way it scales. The more people you have in your party, the stronger the monsters are, and so on and so forth. It's fantastic. I can't talk highly enough about this game and how well it's done. The downside, there's the only downside I can find is how convoluted and crazy the online system is. You can't be with you can be in a group with certain people, but you can't see each other down here. The only place you guys you can all see each other is up in the gathering hall. So you go to the gathering hall, and when you're with a group of people, if everybody goes up there, you can all hang out and see each other. And that's all the way up on the 4th floor, as you can see here. But I'm going to go to the workshop. So dangerous riding that chain. But going up to that gathering hall, then you can meet up and talk about stuff. But as long as you get the note saying, yes, you're in your room with a group of people, they cannot be there. It's like ghosts or invisible. You won't know they're there, but as soon as they post a quest, you can run over to the board, hit A, yes, I want to see it, join a quest, and then anybody who's in your room, you can join it. Obviously, I'm in a room by myself right now because I just went with squad only. I don't really like playing online with people I don't know. But yeah, so it's been a fantastic experience. My little dude's wearing some Odagara. I'm probably saying it wrong. You can totally yell at me in the comments about it. But either way, it's just so good. I'm like gushing right now. It's terrible, I know. He's just like, oh my god, this guy's just gonna be terrible. He's gonna be talking about how much he loves this game, and you're right. I will be. I will be talking about it an awful lot. And be using it an awful lot for my videos. Alright, Bone Tree. So this is just kind of a sample. I know there's more. I've seen some stuff that was there. But here's your ore tree. So this is the metal versions of the dual swords. But right now we've got bone. So we're running the bone ones right here. I've got bone hatchets at base. And I was farming Tobi Kadachi stuff. So I got a few things. I need to get one more pelt. As you can see there, it tells you what you have in the trunk over to the right hand side of the required materials. It says ×1 for claw. I have 3. It has times, I can't see because the chat thing's in the way, but that's how it all works. I'm just trying to farm Tobi Kadachi to get the things I want and need. Coral Crystal. You mine that from ore nodes in... God, what is that place called? I always mess it up. Coral Highlands. I had to think about it because I keep wanting to say like Coral Reef, but that's not it. I have enough stuff for the Pulsar Hatchets 3, but obviously I got to get the first section first, so I have to work my way up. So I have to get this one. Once this one's acquired, then I can get any of these second tier here. And then once I have this tier, depending on which one I pick, will allow me to go down a different path. So I like the Tobi Kadachi path right now just because of the affinity. It comes with a base affinity of 10%. Affinity is your critical chance with the weaponry. So that's what I've been focusing on, especially for weapons like anytime you're dealing with dual hatchets or dual swords, you want to have good affinity because you're hitting them a lot and you want to crit as much as you possibly can. It's also another reason why I've switched to the Odagara. Wow, look at that. The Odagara... Let me look at that. What did that say it was? Let me see if I'm even saying that. Odagaron, not Odagara. Right there, Odagaron is a tree. Ultimately, that's a tree I want to get to. The affinity goes up to 20%. And, yeah, so I have to get to here in order to get to there. I need 10% with electrical. There's no element there, but you get more. You get less damage, but better affinity. So I'll have to debate that in my head which one I want to run with. I might just go with the Thunder, but that extra affinity is nice, so you'd be critting a hell of a lot more. Either way. Ultimately, I'll probably end up with the Oda Garon. Alright, so that was me rambling like a fool. And, yeah, you can see some cool my armor says. I'll do this, because I'm crazy pants McGee. Look at my guild card. Look at how fancy I am. So fancy. So I'm Hunter rank 9. You can see my Cute little Palico there next to me wearing mostly Oda Garon, but some of it's mixed. I have the samurai arms right now because I'm wearing I'm wearing another arm set. They're the it's right there. It says samurai arms, but it's actually something different. But I have the 3 Oda Garon set, ingot coil for the waist until I get more stuff from Oda Garon, and then a defense charm, which eventually I should look at new charms too. But I will spare you my rambles. I hope you enjoyed the quick hunt. There will be more hunts on the way, and if I can convince some of my friends, that's been my big problem why I haven't streamed. A lot of my friends don't like to be on a stream, and I don't blame them. I also don't know how the quality of my streams are going to be when I mix in with more people, so it may not go well. If it doesn't look good, I'll post it, and you can watch it at your own risk. It's going to look terrible. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, have a good one. See ya.